Yeah, definitely. People saying we're taking on the villain role, but we don't really see it like that. We're just trying to play FSU football, go out there and get better. So when people have us, like I think Kirk Herbstreit said he had Louisville beating us on Thursday. So even when we have stuff like that, it's just it brings the group even closer. So I say people keep doing it, because we keep winning, and it's a tight knit group in there. So it's not a problem.
When you guys are down 21-0, I mean, you guys keep saying that you guys weren't worried at that time. Where does that come from?
I don't know. It's just it's a confidence that we have. Of course, we have the best quarterback in the nation, so that the offense is going to click eventually. They're going to get things rolling. We have Coach Fisher and Jameis and all the other talent, Rashad, and Carlos, Dalvin. So we have a lot of talent on that side. We know that they're gonna get it clicking, and of course we're gonna get it clicking too. We're gonna make our adjustments as well, and we're gonna eventually come out on top.
Sometimes teams are able to make big plays, but you guys, when your backs are against the wall, specifically defense, and you guys are still able to make the stops. So what is it about this defense when you guys just backs against the wall, you guys stand up?
I think it's just the leadership roles that everybody's taking on. We have a motto: everybody do your job. Don't get involved in trying to make trying to get out of gaps and make a big play when you could just do your job and the play's gonna come to you eventually. So I think especially in that second half, everybody just took it into consideration and did their certain job, and plays came to everybody. So that's what kind of defense it is.
Speaking of doing your job, yourself and Eddie Goldman, and especially on the stat sheet, have been really stepping it up lately. Is there something different that you guys have been doing lately? Where have you guys been working at?
I don't think it's anything different. I think it's just the confidence. Myself and Eddie has been watching a lot of film. He's been taking that really seriously. So it's just a testament to him. He's going out there, really putting the time in, really putting the effort in, the work in, and it's paying off for him. Man, he's making a lot of great plays out there.
When you guys were able to play the way you guys did, you guys didn't even have a full, healthy defense. What does that do for you guys moving forward as far as your morale, as the mentality? What does that do knowing that you guys are still able to stop people without a full defense?
I feel like we had a full defense, even though we had, of course, 2 linebackers down. Coach Fisher does such a great job of recruiting down here. People have to step up when other people get hurt. That's just a part of it. So I know I was hurt a lot last year, and people stepped up. And injuries are a part of it. Mario Pender, he got hurt, and Dalvin stepped up these past 2 games, and he's blew it out the water. So I just feel like that's what Coach Fisher really envisioned when he goes out and recruits all these great players. Eventually your time's gonna come, and you just step up to the plate.
When someone like Terrence Smith, who's not even playing in the game, says the things that he said in the locker room at halftime, what does it do for a team when you get ready for the second half?
He challenged us. I feel like he challenged every man in that locker room, just by saying that that wasn't Florida State football. He was watching it firsthand. He had the best view in the house right on the sideline, so he saw it. And it's different coming from like a coach. It's different coming from a coach than a player. Of course he's like a brother to us, and he's not telling us anything to bring us down or anything. He's telling us that's because he cares. He's sweated. He's bled with us. So it's just I think him saying that had a lot to do with the way we came out and played in that second half.
When you look at Virginia, what did they do well? What's going to be important for you guys as you move forward in order to be successful on Saturday?
I think we first of all got to stop the run. They run first, and then they pass off of their run. They do a lot of boots and nakeds and stuff. So I think if we go out and stop the run first, then everything else will take care of itself.
When you look at a team like that, and then moving forward, Miami, Florida, all these teams that are run heavy, is there something different that you do as a defense?
No, you just gotta take on the challenge. You can't shy away from blocks. You have to strike blockers and shed them, and just go out there and make plays. Stay in your gap, be gap be gap disciplined, and everybody will get their share of tackles. You can't take the cheese. That's what we've been calling. You can't get caught up in taking the cheese every time. You have to go out and do your job.
Louisville has a very good running back in Dyer. You guys held him, I think, to 40 yards in the second half. What was it that you guys did differently in that second half that maybe you guys can implement moving forward?
I think it was just the gap discipline that we a guy like that, he was jumping around from gap to gap. It's not. I don't think they're running plays for specific gaps. He wasn't hitting the whole full speed every time. He was hitting it and then bouncing it out, trying to find a open seam. So in that second half, I think everybody did a good job of staying disciplined, staying patient in their gaps, and we was able to hold them, like you said, 40 yards.